Is pumped up as their Redskins get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 180! Hey, pick it up, defense, let's go.
And incomplete to open things up. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin, but it's going to be second down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Garoppolo looks to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Darius Geis, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Redskins have taken a first-quarter lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start first. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. There's Garoppolo to throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Deron Payne able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
This is Jerick McKinnon, who missed the entire 2018 campaign. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. It'll be a gain of 7, but I'd imagine we'll see the punt team here on 4th down. On now is the 27-year-old rookie, Mitch Wisnowski, to punt. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
They haven't been tentative at all in this ball game because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Haskins hit, and he lost the football. But the Redskins look to get this one back, and indeed they did. It's still Washington football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Keep it up, keep it up.
Now on 2nd and 13. Haskins into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former Super Bowl MVP, Malcolm Smith. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Pettis once again the target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
57, hey, Delta. Hey, check Mike 57, Mike 57.
Back to the air on 2nd. It's Garoppolo. That's caught. It's the rookie Deebo Samuel. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
12, fellas, here we go. 57's the Mike, Mike 57. I got it. 57, Mike 57.
Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And now a fumble. The ball's out.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Here we go, here we go. 180! 12, 12. Check, 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 check. Out, like 3. 218, jump. 21, 21.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Reuben Foster, the former national champion at Alabama, gets in for the sack.
21, 21. Here we go. Hey, echo.
After the sack on 1st down, Garoppolo. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And he missed it. It's no good. CD, you know, there were quite a few Bears fans back in January saying, why didn't we hold on to that Robbie Gould guy?
Well, it's a legitimate question. 33 of 34 for San Francisco in 2018. The crazy stat of the year, he missed more extra points, 2, than he did field goals, 1, in the 2018 season.
And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, second down. You don't see that a ton, do you? With the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Second down, Haskins. Haskins hit, and he lost the football. We'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
2nd and 5 now. Haskins out to the left. It's complete to Dodson. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On play action, Haskins. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Throwing on 2nd and long. Haskins, that's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. The 20. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets and San Francisco gets set to go here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They in
trouble, and he's taken down. Reuben Foster able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a second down coming up. They come up on second and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau.
Well, you were backed up into a second and long, but instead of trying to get the yardage back in chunks, he's trying to get it all back at once. And this defense was just lying in wait, and they're there to pick this one off.
Well, a couple of good division battles coming up in primetime this weekend, starting tonight with Sunday Night Football, Eagles and Cowboys from AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Then tomorrow on Monday night, it's the defending champs, the Patriots, on the road at MetLife Stadium to take on the Jets. 2 not to miss to close out Week 6. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now a give, right side, it's Geis. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Following the penalty, it's Geis. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his second touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a second. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
On the ground, Geis. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Garoppolo going to give this one to McKinnon. Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie up to make the tackle.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and set them down.
Able to haul it in is Kittle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Here we go.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
2.
On 1st down now, run with McKinnon. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a 2nd time.
2nd down, McKinnon. And some space here. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Redskins scoop it. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. If you got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
At the 22-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Whip. Watch the whip.
On 2nd down, here's Haskins. He will find Davis on the left side, complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Haskins will throw. And he's got some space here. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. Trucks over him. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
Let's bring it.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. And that will be incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
On the return is Pettis. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Off the play fake to McKinnon, it's Garoppolo. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll bring up second down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Watch twist.
11. Hey, check Mike 57.
To throw again on second down. Garoppolo looking left sideline, incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
The Niners on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. How about 25 yards on third down? They'll take it. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Watch out.
11.
Garoppolo on first down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next year?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Richardson. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A big play there just before halftime. 44 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Here's Haskins out of the gun. That's complete right around the 8. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Darius Geis on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his 2nd extra point here in the first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Alpha.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Over the middle to Kittle. Complete. He's at the 30. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. They'll spot it at the 30, so this is a 40-yard attempt. And that is no good. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Run it. 56. Check 56. Hey, I'm coming.
They go play action here on first down. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. D. Ford able to record his 5th sack of the season. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop, because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
Here comes Pettis on the return. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Here we go. 120. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some.
They'll run on 1st down. McKinnon. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, his second touchdown on the season. And the 49ers get a score closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. They start on the ground with Geis. Now we're going to get a stoppage, and oh boy, that looks to be Geis, who is down on the turf. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Haskins. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And got his man complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 76 yards. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Well, not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up. Been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Let's go, son.
At their own 25-yard line.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Play action. Garoppolo. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for the Redskins touchdown. Well, this has just been obviously a dreadful day for him throwing the football. Now 4 interceptions. This one leads to 6 points going the other direction. Tough.
Yeah, it is, and this feels old school to me because you never really took out your starting quarterback back in the good old days. No matter what was going on, he was your guy, and you rode him for better or for worse. In today's football, usually we've got a backup who's warmed up and has come into the game, so you can see an old school approach here that's not really benefiting him at this point.
Here we go.
50 seconds to mine. Hey, man, watch the boot.
2.
57 to Mike.
Now Garoppolo to try again after the pick 6. That is incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Garoppolo now. That escapes the sack. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
I'd love to know what he's saying in the huddle now to his guys up front, because it's been a steady stream of pressure on him this entire game. That time, able to avoid the sack, but he's got to talk to his offensive line and say, guys, just a couple seconds extra, please.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Shut! Hey, Lobo! 57!
They'll try to get this running game going with Geis. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
We've called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
I'm coming after you!
From the 30 on 2nd down, Haskins, and he slings one that's incomplete. The intended target was the rookie Terry McLaurin, and it's 3rd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, and we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. This is taken at about the 14. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Tight ends right. 4 down. Alert. 90 is a mic. Check.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He targets Jordan Matthews, and it's caught. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size.
Here we go.
But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. And his throw here is incomplete. Deebo Samuel, the rookie wideout, his intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. To throw is Garoppolo. And now here is another interception. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it.
Touchdown, Washington! Darius Geis, 42 yards. And the interception by the Redskins. Dean leads to a touchdown. And He missed it again. The fourth time now in this game alone, and that has to be great cause for concern over on that sideline. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they're going to stop him short of the 20 with a penalty flag down. Now, what's the call here? Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. On play action. Now Garoppolo. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Ryan Kerrigan able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Ryan Kerrigan in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Garoppolo looks to throw. Deep ball for Goodwin. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That's a 1st down and then some. A 32-yard pickup. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. He's got it to Matthews, complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. 20! And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. On the toss, it's McKinnon. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ryan Kerrigan, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
It's 3rd down and goal.
First and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big.
50 seconds to Mike. You're not ready. You're not ready.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Deebo Samuel, his first touchdown on the year. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
Wait. 15 on it. Rip right.
Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. loss here as he's taken down. D Ford in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
Mike's by 4. Watch the run, watch the run.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Tressway now. He's been terrific so far. And it's fielded at the 34. So a change of possession here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 44-yard line.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 44. There's Garoppolo to throw. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another down.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. Back now at FedEx Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The Niners on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Check, check.
Check 52. Nick.
Now Garoppolo. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get it started. Let's go, let's go.
At their own 18-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 30 base. There, 56. 65, 65.
They'll start the drive with Love here. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. The Redskins on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Haskins. And a big loss is here as he's taken down. Nick Bosa in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 43. A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 46. To throw, it's Garoppolo. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The safety blitz works perfectly that time for Landon Collins.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. He just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long.
90 is a mic. I got it. 90 is a hot. Come on, baby.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo going up top. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
6 inches between the ears, but right now it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
56. Watch the screen, watch the screen.
On 1st down, this is Geis. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
I got you. Switch it.
3rd down, here's Geis. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Returnable here from the 38. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt.
At their own 47-yard line.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Here we go.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Tight as Ringo. Tight as on Ringo.
2nd and 10. That's Samuel, caught left side. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Complete to Debo Samuel.
Here we go. 180.
4-yard gain on the play.
Single.
First down, 49ers.
On first down, Garoppolo. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
21. Here we go.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. The quick slant caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
Here we go.
That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
21.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got it 3rd and goal now as they try to punch in a late touchdown. Garoppolo now. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Ryan Kerrigan make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Maybe one final chance here to make this a bit more respectable as he'll go for it on 4th and goal.
Watch 57. Get ready.
Hey, seam 6.
57. Here we go. 57's the mic. 57's the mic. Bring it.
They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Marquise Goodwin, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the 49ers get a score closer. Gold with the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
A good starting spot for the Redskins as they come up 1st and 10.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
They'll hand it down to Geis. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
The tackle there by Richard Sherman.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Redskins, it may not be too late to salvage their season as the win moves them to 2-5 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.